Hi, I'm Walter Blood. I'm a principal support engineer for FOCUS here at IBI, a business unit of Cloud Software Group. And I'm here today to talk to you about FOCUS, Web FOCUS, and the zIIP engine. Why? Why use them? Well, why is zIIP important for FOCUS and Web FOCUS? Well, let's take a look at it. Let's see what they do. zIIP can reduce your execution time, especially for batch windows. And FOCUS uses a lot of that. zIIP can also improve the response time for interactive users. Again, something that FOCUS uses as well as Web FOCUS. zIIP can help you keep your secured legacy data stores on the IBM Z platform, where they are indeed secure. And zIIP can help you delay or even avoid a system upgrade, which can be very costly. The zIIP is designed to increase processing power without raising operations costs or ownership costs, and FOCUS and Web FOCUS can make maximum use of the zIIP engines. Let's take a little bit of a deeper look there. The zIIP is designed basically to handle large CPU-intensive workloads. FOCUS and Web FOCUS both generate these kinds of workloads. FOCUS zIIP work, any work that's moved from the CP into the zIIP, does not count towards your overall MSU rating of the machine. And that means that it may reduce your IBM charges by lowering the rolling 4-hour average. It may avoid or delay a machine upgrade simply by improving system efficiency, making more system available. FOCUS zIIP activity improves resource utilization. Moving work from the CP to the zIIP engine will allow latent workload to move into the CP and get handled without additional resources. And zIIP may provide some visible performance improvement for your interactive users. FOCUS and Web FOCUS have been upgraded to take advantage of these zIIP benefits. Overall, and in summary, IBM zIIP engine is designed to reduce the Z platform cost of ownership. And with FOCUS and Web FOCUS, it does this by absorbing the FOCUS and Web FOCUS CPU-intensive work. The zIIP works by moving work from the CP over to the zIIP engine, leaving more room in the CP for work to be picked up. That work is then picked up from the queued workload, allowing the central processors, the CPs on the system, to actually take on more work, which means that you can get more work done without having to increase your resources. Let's take a look at the kinds of benefits that you can expect when you're using the FOCUS and the Web FOCUS engine. The scenario we'll work with in this first set of data is we will extract 4 million records, aggregate them down to 184,000 lines with intermediate computations. We'll make an assumption that we have 100% of zIIP capacity available to us, right? This is generally not the case because zIIP is a shared resource and would be shared across the system. But it also includes the fact that the FOCUS has a zIIP monitor built into it that is going to prevent CP cost overruns due to excessive I/O overhead. The way zIIP works, the way that FOCUS works with zIIP, anytime that FOCUS has to do an I/O, it has to move from the zIIP engine, if it's in there, back to the TCB, to the task control block. In doing so, it's creating a little bit of overhead, tiny bit, but it has to do it. So with lots of I/O, you've got lots of movement between the zIIP engine and the CP, and this is where we could run into a cost overrun. The FOCUS zIIP monitor is there to prevent that from happening. Take a look at some benchmarks based upon the type of file and the activity it's doing. We'll start off with a FOCUS file, doing just a FOCUS sort. Again, we're going to be distilling down to 148,000 rows. You can see here that without the zIIP, we were at about 38 CPU seconds. When we move to the zIIP and use the zIIP, we have only 13 seconds that are actually charged to the CP. The zip engine picks up 36 seconds of work. There's an increase in work as a result of having to do the work to move back and forth with a zip. But your charges, what you're charged for, has been decreased. The offload of the work in the CP is 65%. If you have a focus file and you're going to output it to an Excel file or some kind of formatted file like that, again, you can see here that without a zip, we're looking at about 60 seconds to do that work. With the zip, we're about the same time overall, but we're only be charged for 7 seconds on the CP, an offload of 88%. Here's a case where a focus file is going to use a DF sort, a system sort, right? Again, this is something that we would have to allow for some work traveling between the TCB and the SRB, between the zip engine and the CP. With the zip, without the zip, we're looking at about 27 seconds. With the zip, we're looking at being charged only 19 seconds on the CP. Again, a reduction of about 30%. Here's a VSAM file. With a VSAM file, which is a system file, we'll take a look with a focus-based sort. We've got a reduction of about 69%, moving from about 60 seconds on the zip to about 18 seconds or 19 seconds on CP once we've used the zip. A DB2 file with DB2 sort, using the zip, we can see the CP being charged only 18 seconds, with the zip engine picking up about 49 seconds. Really hard to determine what the actual timing would be for DB2 usage based upon the complexity of DB2, so we don't even bother trying there. We do get usage. There are restrictions, and we'll talk about those next time. Finally, a flat file with a focus sort. Take a look at this. We got about a 48 seconds of work that we're going to be charged on a CP without the zip. Moving it to the zip, we're going to be charged for 13 seconds with a reduction of about 73%. Let's take a look at another scenario. In this case, we'll be looking at the types of jobs that are going to be done. We'll look at 4 types of jobs. The scenario is going to work with a very large focus file processing over 1 million records. Again, we'll take a look. We will have the focus zip monitor preventing the CP cost overrun, and we'll assume that we'll have 100% of the zip capacity available to us. So the first thing we'll take a look at is an executive summary, a roll-up, and we're going to output it to a PDF. So there's going to be a lot of aggregation. If we run this without the zip, about almost 4 seconds CP. If we run it with the zip, less than 1 second, an offload of about 77%. For an operational report, a medium-sized operational report, we might be looking, in this particular case, we're looking at about 5 seconds running without the zip. Running with the zip, our CP is being charged for only 1.8 seconds, a 64% offload. Finally, an extract file where we're going to use 100% of the file. In this case, it's going to cost us about 8.7 seconds. If we're not using the zip, if we're using the zip, it's going to cost us almost 3 seconds, a 66% offload. Last but not least, the exception report, the case where we're only going to extract a few records out of the million rows that we're working. Without the zip, we're looking at 1.75 seconds. With the zip, our CP is only going to be charged 0.8 seconds, a 51% reduction. The question is, how much work will the IBM zip offload for you?